let's connect with Sanjeev Bhasin, who's joining in on the show. Sanjeev, hi. How are you reacting to the market performance that we've been witnessing? The fact that FII sell number has reduced. We're in expiry week, and it seems like the traction is very much intact.
Yeah, good morning. So, Aman, how 2 weeks can change the entire complexion? First week of May and the FIs from 60% long go to 18% long and 88% short, and suddenly the biggest bout of short covering in 7 days. So we had the view of selling at 22,800, buying below 22,000, and richly rewarded. Now it's about time that the dumb money is exiting because of short position. So sell and sit on the sideline, enjoy the money, and wait for the verdict. There is going to be no big bang, announcement. I think it will be status quo. What it's also shown is, Avan, that the Indian market retail investor is mature enough to handle. So, like I said, no, not too much euphoria, not too much despondency. Status quo on the index, stock-specific movement is what is going to dictate the next few days.
Sanjeev, I know you're a teetotaler, but you at one point in time you used to like United Spirits a lot. Of course, the price was much lower. Has it fallen off your coverage because stocks have already moved up so much?
Ajay, I have it in my personal portfolio from 150 and 450 on our client. So it's been a richly rewarding. But the other real outperformer has been Radico Khaitan. After I met their management about 2.5 years back, I was convinced that Radico Khaitan is going places, and their stock has been a darling. So, that has been a 7-bagger. We still think that's a sweet spot. And, the millennial drinking, the curvature of new launches, all that is adding on to it. By the way, millennial drinking is not just pure alcohol, it's spread to wine and so on. So you have to be a connoisseur of the right sorts to be. But I think it's evident from the type of money supply that what's going on. It's very unfortunate that in 8 hours, the unfortunate passing away, which tells you that excesses in anything is a very, very big threat to the society and to the economy.
That's correct. You got to be a responsible, user of whatever product you are actually into. But beyond that, I also wanted to, take up this entire issue of last hour unwinding, which was the urge to, book profits, the, urge to short also for some of the brave traders. But obviously, in the middle of a raging bull market, only for Nifty and Bank Nifty, Sanjeev, what are your thoughts? Is it a good opportunity to get back in?
Well, Ajay, I think HDFC Bank will not go below 1440 now for time to come. Because if the market corrects, HDFC Bank goes up. And now with this huge dividend by the RBI, I think the credit deposit ratio in skew of large banks is much more evident. HDFC Bank, Kotak, ICICI, Axis, these are the flavor of the day. Bank Nifty is going to spoil everyone's party off, especially the call writers. I think 50,000 is here. Now, whether it happens today or tomorrow is it. And that is what is the legs behind this whole rally. The outperformance of HDFC Bank, which was underperforming. And I think it is leading from the front. That 1440 has become 1540 in less than 3 days. And I expect 1600 to be on the cards as a short squeeze. On the Nifty, like I said, these few days can be volatile, but I don't rule out a 300-400 point correction on the downside. I think the top is limited. Banks will outperform, but I would say take home some money and wait for the entire episode to play out next week.
While we all for our viewers is that high growth, decent valuations is the narrative for banks. They were suffering because of over ownership by FIs and continuous selling. And now the narrative is coming that the margin profile of most banks may come bit under pressure, 10, 20, 30, 40 kind of basis point pressure. But there is one bank which is most shielded as far as their NIMs are concerned, that is IndusInd Bank. So keep that one also on radar. But talking of banks, a quick follow-up, Sanjeev, IDFC and Dhanlaxmi Bank were also on your list. Are they still on your buy list, or have they fallen off and didn't perform the way you one would have expected?
No, we still have a buy on IDFC First and Ratan Power. Dhanlaxmi Bank. I think Dhanlaxmi, arguably a market cap close to 1,000 crore for one of the largest franchise as far as gold and the agri loan. It's growing very fast. You can't but make money. So stay invested. Ajay, sometimes the flavor is more been the PSU banks because of the momentum and the momentum chasers then generally tend to ignore valuations. I still think that you should be booking out of PSUs. The best may be over for them, particularly PSU banks. The others are running way ahead of their valuation. Cautious over there, but private banks and mid-cap banks are very, very sweet. So Dhanlaxmi and IDFC First are a buy for us. On the large caps, we like we said, HDFC, ICICI, Axis, even Indus. But we would also focus on two big large cap stocks, SBI Life and Grasim. We've initiated a buy. We think Grasim can be the stock of the year, given the re-coming of the AB group, and Grasim is the flagship. And SBI Life purely because I think there will be a lot of relief if whatever comes in the budget. As last budget there was this incumbency on certain provisioning. So SBI Life will fit that bill perfectly. These are two large caps which we are overweight now on.
What about the view on LIC after the quarterly numbers? Some brokerages are saying it's inexpensive. There's room for further strong growth. How have you read into the quarterly numbers?
Yes, Aman, we own LIC from that 750, 800 level. We are also bullish on both the PSU insurers, that is GIC and New India Insurance. We think they are in a very sweet spot, and their cost of funds being low, their outperformance on yields will be much more because their dependence there is low. So yes, LIC on any decline is a buy, but I think the real flavor of the killing will be New India and GIC.
Okay, fair enough. Have you had a look at some of the other numbers, the likes of Analco or even Nazara Tech, that have been quite good this quarter?
No, we have avoided Nazara Tech for whatever reasons, and I think that there's too much of flavor on the gaming side. If anything, we would go with Delta Corp. I think all bad news is in the Delta Corp price at 116. If you had to buy a casino or a gaming stock or a company which has a visibility across India as the spending spent, then Delta Corp is trading at the lowest valuation. And now with the governments willing to settle this, I think once you are with a new government or the incumbent government, Delta Corp can be a relative outperformer from here.
Okay, stay with us.
Sanjeev, have to get your opinion in on the pharma because that seems to be turning the corner, be it Glenmark guidance or Divi's numbers. Any stocks that you recommend here?
Yeah, good morning. Aisha, definitely. I mean, Glenmark is at, I think, a 7 or 8 year high, and unbelievable how they've transitioned the company. They split the one side of the molecule business, and value unlocking has been really great for the shareholders. Divi's, I think, is one of the best contract farming companies, and I think it is regaining its posture. But I would put my money on Lupin. I think Lupin is a pure turnaround play, and their generic pricing in the US and other markets is showing a lot of strength. I don't rule out Lupin having its best time now in the next 1 year and maybe even scaling 22 to 2300.
It is from Sanjeev Bhasin. Sanjeev, good to chat with you as always. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.